My name is Stephanie Porven, and I'm a double major in creative writing and classical civilization. I was always fascinated by the act of telling stories. It was something that always intrigued me. And so as I grew older, I realized that I wanted to do something artistic, whether it was painting, and then it went from painting to writing. And so I realized that telling stories is something that I've enjoyed so much that's touched my heart in such a way that I want to do it for the rest of my life. I had the opportunity to be published through an online literary magazine called The Birds We Piled Loosely, and that was my first publishing credit. The poem that was published was a poem called Little Red, which is a poem that's very dear to my heart because I actually wrote it while speaking into a tape recorder. It was a very kind of experimental way to write, and I had found myself struggling with feelings that I couldn't really quite put onto my computer. So I paced around my dorm room for an extended period of time, and I spoke everything I wanted to communicate in the written poem. And I took that and I transcribed it and I organized it. Yeah, and that was so rewarding to put together that particular poem, Little Red. And when I received an email back from the editor of that magazine saying that they wanted it for their third issue, I was just astounded because a lot of the individuals who were published along with me were established writers, were, older individuals who had families, who had established careers in other fields, and that was certainly not me. I was just a student. Florida State was the best decision I ever made. I've recommended it to every single person who's been interested in the school. I will always be a Seminole. I would love to return here in the future if, fate permitted. This will always be home, and it will be an institution that encourages individuals to aspire to be their best.